GDP community, this is the engineering team, and we're going to demo you the few features that we've been working on the last sprint. My name is Olivier, and I'll start with the task improvement that we worked on the last sprint. So we have the task card on the homepage, and when you click on it, it shows you a number of tasks and who's assigned to those tasks, and it also shows whether they're complete or not. So I'll start with the assignment. So when you're assigned to when you assign a task as an admin, for example, this is assigned to me and it's not complete yet. So it will show me on the icon in the top right corner here that I have one task that's not complete yet and others are basically completed. So if I go back, to the task page and assign myself another task. So let's assign myself another task. Just close that, then go back. So you can see that now I have two notifications there. When I click on that, then to show me the notifications that the tasks that are not complete yet, that are not completed, which I'm assigned to. Another thing that we have on task is the filter by. So now we can filter by the user. So if I want to see all my nodes, I can just click there, then it will show me all the nodes that are assigned to me. Then if I can also choose someone else, for example, Mutale, then I'll see the nodes that are assigned to Mutale. So I can see this is assigned to Mutale, and this is assigned to me. I can remove myself from there just to see the ones that are assigned to just Mutale. Then you can see it's just Mutale there. Then another thing that we worked on is the create task. We added a task type in there. So when you're creating a task, let's say call a client and let them know what features we have in the app. So this is a to do. Then I can say this is either a call, message, or an email or to do. Then I can directly assign it to a user. We had this in the last sprint, but you can just demo it. Then task username. So the person who this belongs to, let's say, for example, Dennis. Then you choose the 60 Dennis. Then you can also choose a due date. Let's say we choose maybe 30th November. Then once we're done, we can just create a task. Then yeah, so that's basically like adding the number of tasks. Then since that task is like a course, you can see in the sprint that's coming up, we'll have like a good way of seeing how many calls or how many messages based on task are still pending and needs attention. And also we also did like a redesign on the task just to show them in a different way. So we're showing a different button here for the complete ones and the ones that are not complete yet. And yeah, so that's basically it from my side. Yeah, keep watching next from the next engineer. Bye. All right.
Hi, GDP community. My name is Dennis, and this is my sprint update. So one of the things that we worked on as well in this sprint is creating campaign lists from the user screen. So if you remember before, what we used to do was creating a campaign list would have to come on campaigns to create a campaign. But now we've enhanced the feature in a way that you don't need to copy user IDs that you have to create the campaign with. So what we did was we added a create campaign on the user page. So what this feature does is you're able to filter users based on labels, the row, or maybe phone numbers. So the goal is just to get the users from the system itself and be able to create the campaign. So the first thing that we'll try and do, maybe let's say we want to create a campaign for just filter by admin. So what this does is it's gotten all the users that you'd like to create a campaign with, and then when you click campaign, it will take you to a campaign page. So at this point, you can see all the user IDs that that will be used in the campaign have been populated on the screen, and you can see the batch time here as well. So the thing is, we put a default batch time to not make it now. So this, what happens is when updating this campaign, the batch time has to be changed to the right time. So let's say the campaign should be maybe go out tomorrow at 4:30. So yeah, something like that. So once that happens, and then there's also a default message here. So let's say this campaign is a demo campaign. Campaign is a demo. So the name of the campaign as well should be edited. So when you come to this screen, the form cannot be empty. So that's why we have default values there. So once you fill out all the information, you can click updates, and it should update the campaign. So as you can see, the campaign has been updated, and then you can go back to your campaign. So that's one of the features that we worked on. And then the other thing that we worked on now is oh, okay. Yeah, so sorry about that. I was just trying to look for a task. So on this screen, on the screen, on the user screen, we worked on this feature with Sorab. So Sorab is the one who created the imitation for the backend that creates the campaign based on the users, the filtered users. And then also for the other feature that we're using here is filtering by labels. So this was made by Olivier as well, and the filter by row. So the next thing that we worked on was just a moment. Okay, let me just pause my screen share. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the other thing that we worked on was on the user list. On the user list again, we are now able to create. No, I'm sorry. I've forgotten something. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Screen share. Yeah. So on the one other thing that we worked on was we noticed there was an issue with the campaign, the batch time. So when you come on the create campaign list, on the create campaign, initially we had a different date picker here that was given an invalid date format. So what we decided to do was use a different date picker that nullified that error. So initially, there was a bug that was delaying the campaign by 2 hours. So this was because of the date picker that was used was getting the the time from the browser as opposed to actually the actual localized time. So this date picker now nullified that error, and now we fixed the invalid date format and also the batch time. So at this point now, if we look at a campaign, for example, the one we just created. So as you remember, it showed 2030 here, August 20th, 2030. So now after updating the right batch time, it's now put in the correct one. So if we try to do it again, let's say we increase the time, let's say 5 p.m., let's say 5:30. So when we update that, it should refresh the page. The time has now been updated to the correct one. Yeah. So the next thing that we worked on was user preferences. So when you come to your left slide here, you click on notifications. So when you click on notifications, it should bring you to the user preferences. So yeah, so what happens is the user now has the option of deciding which user preference to use, whether they want to receive notifications via SMS or via email. So this screen allows a user to choose those preferences. So let's say when you click SMS, and once you save, this means the user now will be only receiving notifications from Nkwashi via SMS only. So we worked on this with Sorab and Olivier. So Olivier, we helped out with the front end as well, and Sorab also did the back end work for this. And that was my sprint updates. And the look out for more from the engineering team.
Hey everyone, this is Saurabh. So I worked with the first thing I worked with is the campaign metrics. So here, as you can see, even I demoed it in the last sprint planning. So actually, there was a bug remains is the total click count, which I fixed in the sprint. We are just trying to identify that how many people actually used the link or the campaign, who are the active during that campaign. So we are calculating those metrics of a week and trying to identify that what's the weightage of this campaign and how many people actually interacted during the campaign duration. So this is what I did so far. As you can see on the campaigns page, there is a matrix. Let's say for city construction 2, there is 17. For city construction, there is 105. So these many peoples are interacted, and here we can compare from total schedule, total sent, and by having the total click, we can actually calculate the success ratio here. So this is one thing I worked with. Now there's another one, another feature. Let me give a quick demo. So we have a request, a ticket, because we identified that we had a couple of or more than two. I mean, there are a few users which are quite duplicate, maybe due to their phone numbers or email. So there was a request to merge those users into one record, because we were just trying to remove the duplicate ones. So I added a script here just to make that happen. Here, as you can see, I just identified the tables first, that which are the tables where the user references are, so that that can be override from the new user ID. So here are the tables, and here are the scripts which are just updating from user 1 to user 2. Now how to execute it? Let's say maybe I can just first identify. So there are two users. There is one user 2 which is named as Oliver, and there is user 1 which is named as Saurabh. So I'm just trying to remove these duplicate records. I have the user IDs ready, and here is the script, and here's the rake command which will do this for us. So I just executed it. It's now running. It'll take a while, but will be real quick. So if you can see previously, for user 2, there was user 2, that is the Saurabh's user, which was having these much labels assigned. That is, this is the ID, and for user 1 only this was the label. Now if I'll check the labels of user 2, you can see that there is no label, and which is assigned to user 1 now. Just a moment, let me use the user 1 ID. Here it goes. So previously it was just 10 which was assigned to user 1, this one, and these are the 3 which are assigned to user 2. But now all these 4 assigned to the new user, and for the old user it is just blank. So this is how we just assigned the users from one user to another and remove the duplicacy from our database. So yeah, this is my quick sprint demo for the sprint. Now over to you, Tolu.
Hi everyone. So this is my demo for this sprint. Yeah, so the last sprint we worked on making names and links clickable on the discussion board. So yeah, so let's say there's a discussion and a link is being pasted in the discussion board. We want to be able to click on that link. Okay. Yeah, so we want to be able to click on that link and to make it clickable so that we can actually go to the address that we want to go. So also we make the functionality of visiting several profiles that is commenting on that particular discussion. So I just commented now. On clicking on my name, I'll be able to view my profile. Okay, so I'll be able to view my profile and right from the discussion board. Also, we also worked on updating the on a particular post. Say, okay, sorry for that. Okay, so let's say we make a post. Yeah, let's say we make a post. There's a comment. There's a comment on that post. Yeah. So let's say I just said. Yeah, there's a comment on that post. So we updated the these comments to actually display the number of comments that is on a particular post, and that has been worked on by Yoram. Yeah, and that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, WGTB community. This is Olivier again, and I want to share with you on the task upload. So just give me a few minutes. I load the page. Okay, so another thing that we worked on is discussion. So we have uploads on discussion. So we can now comment with an image on a specific discussion. So when you go to the discussion board and let's say you are reading what the discussion is about, and you have an image, let's say of Nkwashi, and you want to show that image, so you can click on the image plus there. Then this will prompt you to select an image from your gallery. So let's say yeah, so I came up there, so I can select that, then can add a comment to say this is the map on Nkwashi. Then, so once you're done putting your comment and uploading the image will show that it has uploaded. Then you can click on comment. Then, so that will post your comment with the image that you uploaded there. So yeah, that was like one of the things that we worked on. Then we also worked on the tracking the event for a task, like what's been happening, has it been changed, has it been updated, or has it been created? So for example, this doesn't have anything, but if I go and update it, let's say I change the due date to 26th, I save that. So if I check the activity, okay, might need some reload. So let me try and update again. Okay, so okay, I'm going to reload the page. Let me just try that. It should show the activities for that specific. Yeah. So I just need like a refresh because of the internet, but it shows the activities for a specific task that have been happening. So if it was changed, and also when it was changed and who did that. This is still a work in progress. So what we're going to do is that we're going to also add track all the events that have been happening on that specific task. So examples are like, has that task been assigned to a different person? Has someone been unassigned from that specific task? Has the date changed from which date to what date? So we're going to track all those events and we'll show them in a nice way. So yeah, that's like a work in progress, but we'll definitely have a better implementation there in the next sprint. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I can hand over to Nicholas.
And thank you very much for everyone. This concludes our video demos for this sprint. Thank you very much.